Good evening and welcome to the Conquerall Mills Music Show on 88.7 Cove FM and online at covefm.com. For tonight's episode, I will be chatting with Andrew Muise. Now let's go live off the record floor for tonight's show. We are live off the floor at Conquerall Music. Welcome to our studio audience, listeners at home, and of course, our guest this evening, Andrew Muise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Andrew.
Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. I really appreciate you making the trek down here to come play for us tonight.
Of course.
Before you play us your first song, why don't you start by telling us as the audience and the listeners at home a little bit about you, maybe specifically how did you get into playing music and performing?
I've been singing my entire life, I guess. So that's always that's been my number one passion, I guess. And then I got into piano lessons when I was young. My dad bought me a guitar for my 14th birthday, I guess. So I've been doing covers and stuff, I guess, since then. Just trying to perform as much as I can in front of people in schools and anywhere I can around the community too. Lots of community support, so that's great. So recently I've been writing a bunch of my own music and trying to get out there a little bit more. So yeah, that's where I am now, I guess.
Awesome. And in reading your biography, I noted that you are moving into more of the original stuff, and we'll maybe discuss that a little bit later on.
Yeah.
But for people at home and the people here, why don't you play a song for us? Why don't you tell us what song you're going to play and a little bit about why you picked the song for the evening?
Sure. Yeah. So this one, it's called On, and it's one I wrote almost a year ago now. I think I chose it for the first one to do because I think it's one of the first songs that I wrote that I sort of stuck with. You hear professional people say that when you write 100 songs, you might take 10 of those that actually make the album, I guess. So this was one of the first ones that I ended up keeping, and still to this day I enjoy playing it. So yeah, I figured I'd start with this one. It's called On and On. When did this room get so small? When I'm with you, I stood so tall. How did you know that I would fall? When did this room get so cold? I've been on my own, lying here, staring at my phone, while the world outside goes on and on. Ooh. It goes on and on. Oh, this night never ends. Oh, I can't pretend. This world I created, it's making me jaded. So show me the light, help me make this right. I'll be here while your world goes on and on. Oh, 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 oh. It goes on and on. Oh, 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 oh. How long have I been in my car? All of these roads not going far. You next to me was my favorite part. How long has it been since we drove all night? The sun won't come up, now I can't see the light. How long has it been since we drove till dawn, while the world outside goes on and on? It goes on and on. Ooh. Oh, this night never ends. Oh, I can't pretend. This world I created, it's making me jaded, so show me the light. Help me make this right. I'll be here while your world goes on and on. Oh, 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 oh. It goes on and on. Oh, 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 oh. I think I need you here, and I don't know why I can't control myself, so I don't even try. You'll forget about me 'cause of some other guy. I'll be here while your world goes on and on. It goes on and on. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks.
Now, a lot of people know you as a solo performer. Certainly, any time that I've seen you out and about in the county playing at various things, that you're usually performing alone. But I understand that in 2015 that you actually did like a little tour of the East Coast with the band. Can you tell us a little bit about that project and sort of what happened there?
Yeah, so there's an organization, it's a nonprofit organization out of Hamilton, Ontario. It's called Live Different. And they do motivational presentations in junior highs and high schools all across the country. And I've had some friends involved in that tour that they do previously, and they also have a band that tours with them as part of the whole presentation. And they needed a bass player for this one duo from Montreal. They're called Jitensha. They're a great folk band, I guess. Yeah, they needed a bass player to add to this duo, and people who knew me through the organization thought that it would be a cool fit for me to be part of their group as well, learn how to play bass. I had to learn like a couple months before I went out on the road with them, and learn some of their songs. And we ended up doing a lot of like 3-part harmony, sort of folky inspired covers also in our show. So yeah, it was a lot of fun getting a taste of like what it's like to tour and perform pretty much every day, maybe twice a day or 4 times a day, in schools all across, everywhere from East Coast of Newfoundland right to Western Southern Ontario. So.
And you said that you played bass while you were
I did
there
yeah.
with them. How was that switching from playing guitar and singing to, I guess, maybe, I don't want to offend any bass players who are listening to this at any point, but sort of more in the background, like the rhythm section that's sort of driving. How was it different? Tell us about that.
I give a lot of props to bass players because you sort of have to switch your entire focus on a song. Because, the instrument itself, it's almost identical to playing a guitar, minus 2 strings actually. So, but it's just getting used to the sense of where you fit into a song and the role that you play in that song. So it was kind of tricky wrapping my head around not listening to all the leads and everything that stands out and is super obvious in a song when you're listening to it, and trying to focus on sometimes the groove or the things that you really feel coming from a bass. So it was a little bit different and a little bit tricky trying to get a hold of that. But
any ambition to pick the bass back up at any point?
I don't know. It depends on what style my music takes me, I guess. But I don't really think so. Maybe not. If I could, I guess there's not really any artists nowadays that play bass and sing, so that might be cool.
It might be a niche category for you to fit into.
Yeah, something new, a new lane.
Well, you can ponder that. How about you tell us what you're going to play next, and again why you chose the song for this evening. Tell us a little bit about it.
So this one, it's called Live Forever. And this one is actually written by a couple really good friends of mine, John Pike and Gordon Huckster. Some people might know them as Everglow, formerly known as Everglow, I guess. And they were also on this tour with me as well. And they saw that I was a singer-songwriter who hadn't quite reached songwriting yet. So they they actually handed me a couple songs, couple demos of things that they had written and were working on, and didn't really feel like was a match for them, and the style that they wanted to go into. But as soon as they showed them to me, like I loved what I could do with the songs, and how much I could relate to them. So it felt like it was coming from my pen when I was reading them. So yeah, they gave me this one here, and there's also another one that I'll play after or later on as well. So yeah, this one's called Live Forever. I don't know if you'd even want to go to the end of this world with me by your side. Times may change, but your summer won't fade. Everything melts away here for a lifetime. So what if I hold you so close, you fuse together? And what if I told you we could live forever? We could live for we could live for Say the words, we could live forever. I could take all these verbs and write you eternal. Neon lights fading, it's a crisis again. Every night, watching it burn well. So what if I hold you so close, you fuse together? What if I told you we could live forever? What if I hold you so close, you fuse together? What if I told you we could live forever? We could live for we could live for we could live for. We could live for we could live for Thank you.
That was Live Forever by Andrew Muise. And I want to know, because, again, in many of the instances where I've heard you perform in the past, you have been playing cover tunes and things of that nature. What sorts of songs would you pick when you were out playing covers? Like, why did you pick the songs that you picked when you went out and played? Just tell us a bit about that.
Well, I guess it was hard, like trying to go out and actively search for songs that I wanted to cover at shows and stuff. I just love music, and I love listening to new and different music. So I'll spend hours, like whole nights, just scouring YouTube and stuff for new artists. So whenever like I would hear a song and I could picture myself being the artist that had that song, I guess. And like when I would hear a song, I would just know and just, I'd have that feeling like I wish I wrote that song, I guess. And those are the ones that like I wanted to be performing. And, so that's one thing that I sort of try to find, is like whatever gives me that gut instinct. But I'm also attracted to like, stronger vocalists, I guess, and more technical vocalists. That's something that I aspire to be. So I'm really inspired by that. So that's also something that I listen for a lot. And if there's anything that sort of challenges me, then and it's also entertaining, and I know that I won't butcher. Those are also fun ones that I can learn and play live. So yeah.
So it's sounding like to me, and you'll have to tell me if I'm sort of, well, I guess correct or not, but it sounds to me like you pick songs based on the ones that you want to perform them because they make you feel something, and maybe that comes across in the performance, or do you pick them based on like, oh, the audience will know what this song is, I'm going to play this one?
A little bit of both, I guess. In high school, if I were performing at the talent show or something like that, and I'd have friends like asking me if I could play something or have a bunch of requests. Like my dad really loves music too, so and my sister, so they'd always like give me requests and things that I should learn, and I always try to take a little bit of what anyone says into account in terms of suggestions for things like that, especially like if it's what people want to hear, then I'll of course be up for trying to learn it and giving it a shot. So yeah, of course I would listen to what other people would want me to try out, and what other people would, other people's suggestions for what I would sound good or all right singing, I guess.
Did you ever find that you would be inundated by requests when you go out and play? Is there usually one person who comes up and says, oh, play such and such a song by so-and-so, or generally are people take it kind of easy on you?
A lot of people ask for Ed Sheeran, but I guess any guy who can sing and play guitar in the last 5 years, they'd be asked to play Ed Sheeran. So that's what I get a lot, mostly. I get asked that, and I get asked to play country like all the time. So.
There is a little bit of that. If you're familiar with the area, any of our listeners out there, it is Bridgewater, and there is certainly a strong country element around here. It's not the only music around here, but certainly runs through here. But
a strong presence.
Why don't you play us one more song here before we go to commercial? I'll let you introduce it.
Yeah. So this one is called Ocean, and with our geography in mind, this was something that a title of a song that I really wanted to work with, sometimes as a strategy for writing music, I find, or for writing a certain song, is I'll pick a title or something that I like after I think of a theme or something. And Ocean was one that I really wanted to write. And I started thinking about, what does the ocean mean to me, I guess. And as a lot of people can hopefully relate to, like you sort of fear the ocean out of respect because it's enormous. So this one, I really tried to channel the, taking the leap of faith and jumping into the ocean. Like having faith in yourself or in something else or in someone else. It's just, having the courage to do it and not look back. So that's what this song's kind of about. And it's kind of a little more ballady. So it's one of my first real song that I really get in my feels to sing. So yeah. So this one's called Ocean. I just jumped in the ocean. Nothing to keep me warm but the notion that I'll be there, I'll be open. Ocean, I just jumped in the ocean. So don't leave me stranded or I might get lost. I pray that we stay, I keep my fingers crossed. So you lead the way and I'll follow you. I feel the waves in the water blue. So don't leave me stranded or I might get lost. Island, life is better on your island. I wonder, how am I breathing underwater? Sunset, just the waves, the rest is quiet. Island, we live forever on your island. So don't leave me stranded or I might get lost. I pray that we stay, I keep my fingers crossed. So you lead the way and I'll follow you. I feel the waves in the water blue. So don't leave me stranded or I might get lost. When we leave footprints in the sand, I believe the promised land might be naive, but here's where I stand. You're the current pulling me, and ocean as far as I can see, and this is all I wanna be. So don't leave me stranded or I might get lost. I pray that we stay, I keep my fingers crossed. So you lead the way and I'll follow you. I feel the waves in the water blue. So don't leave me stranded or I might get lost. Ocean, I just jumped in the ocean. Thank you.
That was Ocean by Andrew Muise. We'll be back to chat with Andrew on the Conquerall Mills Music Show after these messages. We are back, and you are listening to the Conquerall Mills Music Show on 88.7 Cove FM, where tonight we are chatting with Andrew Muise. Thanks again for coming in this evening, Andrew.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for listening, everyone.
So, let's give him a round of applause for that. We'll give him a round of applause for that.
And thanks to all you guys for coming out tonight and seeing me here, too.
Before the break, we were discussing you playing mostly covers in the earlier part of your performing and whatnot, and now it seems like you're moving more towards original tunes, which all the music you're playing for us tonight is original, correct?
Yeah, it is.
And now that you're focusing on your songwriting, I want to know what gave you the push to move into writing your own music versus playing covers any longer, and why did you decide to go in that direction?
I think a big part of it has to do with the traveling that I did in the last couple years and talking to, meeting a bunch of new people and sharing stories with people. It just sort of shed a light on how cool and how powerful sharing your stories can be. And I thought, I'm not just gonna get in a car and drive around and meet everyone I possibly can for the rest of my life. So a good way I know to do that is to be able to sing. And so at a certain point after singing other people's stories that you relate to for so long, you kind of want to, write your own story down and have other people hear it and relate to it. So I think that's where the drive to songwrite sort of started, and getting inspired by other artists and friends that I'd met too that were amazing songwriters and who said all you got to do is try, and you write and you get better every day, and your next song is always better than your last one. And so it was encouragement from other people, really helped a lot as well too.
And obviously writing your own music and playing your own music now, and where you did the covers before, have you started debuting this music at all when you play live, or are we perhaps lucky enough to be getting like debut versions of these songs on the show, or what's the deal there?
A lot of these songs that I'm playing tonight are the first time they've been played for anyone except some people in my close circle, or even some people here tonight that are in my close circle haven't heard some of them before. So a lot of these are still pretty fresh, and maybe some that I haven't demoed yet. You know, I've got the computer and small home studio set up in my own room that I'm trying to record demos and have other people listen to for me to help me out with some of them. So yeah, I haven't played a lot of these songs before for people, or I haven't played original music for a lot of people very many times in the past year or so that I've been writing. So yeah, it's a pretty exclusive sneak peek at what might be to come in the next couple months from me.
Well, we really appreciate you sharing your music with us, and obviously in this format, that's pretty nifty for me as a little radio show to have someone actually debuting music. So
and it's great for me too, having a platform that I can share this stuff and get a little bit of feedback before I actually dive into recording all of this.
Hopefully this will lead to many more sort of sessions like this in radio stations talking about your music and promoting what you do.
Fingers crossed.
So I'm going to turn this back over to you, and I wanted to mention there during the break I did shut the amp off there, so you seem to be on the ball more so than I. Why don't you play another song for us? Tell us what you're going to play and a little bit about it, please.
Yeah, so this one is called Ahead of Myself. And when I was putting this set list together, I realized how it's sort of a funny juxtaposition that I put it next to Ocean, about diving in and ignoring your fears, and this one's about looking back and second guessing that decision. So so here is Ahead of Myself. Ahead of myself. Can I ask you this? What was it you felt that night when we kissed? I couldn't tell. I was blinded by the bliss, under a spell. Was there something that I missed? Do you want me to stay? Want me to run away? Do you think I should go? I think that I deserve to know. If you don't want more, I don't want less. Tell me I'm fine, say you're a mess. This could be love or just one night. I'm cool with that, that sounds alright. If you don't want more, I don't want less. Tell me I'm fine, say you're a mess. This could be love or just one night. I'm cool with that, that sounds alright. I keep to myself, I do it with ease. My heart on a shelf, I don't wear it on my sleeve. But then you do it as well. You act like it's a breeze. Well, does it ring any bells? 'Cause that's not hard to believe. Do you want something real? Could you open up and feel this thing moving fast? Even if it doesn't last. If you don't want more, I don't want less. Tell me I'm fine, say you're a mess. This could be love or just one night. I'm cool with that, that sounds alright. You don't want more, I don't want less. Tell me I'm fine.
And that was Ahead of Myself by Andrew Muise, who is debuting some of his music for us tonight, some of his original music. Reading over your materials and sort of looking on your Facebook page and trying to get a sort of a picture of who Andrew Muise is before you came in here, so I would have good poignant questions to ask you.
Yeah.
I was wondering, it says that you describe yourself as maybe a blend of sort of soul music and pop music. What sort of artists, when you're talking about soul music or pop music, what artists do you have in mind that sort of got you interested in that genre, those genres of music?
I guess in modern day terms, a pop artist is what I wanted to be. Pop, meaning popular, of course. That's the goal. So I think it's been a collection of a bunch of artists, bunch of different artists that have inspired different aspects, I think, of what I aspire to be as an artist, I guess. So I find, songwriting in, folk, maybe rock music, pop music as well, with the catchiness and all the hooks and stuff that sticks in your head. Vocals, I try to study tons of different vocalists, but that's where I pull the soul from, because that's, you write a song and you want people to know that you feel it. So I find that in soul music too. And then there's aspects of dance, like electronic dance music, and even hip hop or R&B, for smooth, you want to sort of jam to. But dance music as well has played a huge part just in my life. I love it. I like listening to it, dancing to it, driving to it. So if I can take elements from that make people move, then in a record, then I guess that's something that I want to do as well.
So much is the better, right?
Yeah. So I guess, it's kind of ambitious maybe to try to pull different aspects of all of those different genres and try to put them into one person. But I've almost seen it, or I've sort of seen it done before in artists like Jack Garrett. He's a UK artist. Some of Ed Sheeran's stuff as well. Troye Sivan, an Australian artist. So yeah, there's aspects in a lot of people that I really enjoy, that I try to sort of emulate, but also try to put my own spin on it as well.
That's great. I'd like to hear you maybe play another song for us if you don't mind. And as always, I'll get you to set it up for us.
Yeah, so this one is called We'll Be All Right. And this one I'm actually hopefully going into the studio in the next little bit with my good friend Gordon Huckster and trying to see if we can get this one out to people as soon as we can. This one is one of those feel-good ones that when I want it, my idea for a record of it is something that you can sort of bop to, something you can groove to. So yeah, this one's called We'll Be All Right. By the time we said goodbye, we did it all wrong. You said too much, I didn't say it enough, and now it's all gone. Now that some time is gone, by this time I won't be by your side. Think I'll just say I'm done, bite my tongue, hurt no one. We'll be alright, we'll be alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll be alright. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was high all the time, couldn't tell what's wrong. I've said it once, a million times, that I'm not strong. Now that some some things have changed. We're estranged, it remains. We were in love. Think I'll just move along, on and on, just till dawn. Do this all night, we'll be alright. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll be alright. Yeah, 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 yeah. We'll be alright. We'll be alright, yeah. We'll be alright. Thank you.
That was We'll Be All Right by Andrew Muise. We are going to take one more commercial break, and we'll be back to finish chatting with Andrew on the Conquerall Mills Music Show. And we are back with Andrew Muise on the Conquerall Mills Music Show, broadcasting on 88.7 Cove FM. Andrew, why don't you play a song for us?
Yeah, sure. So this one's called You Were Here. How am I supposed to feel when you tell me that it's over and it wasn't even real? What am I supposed to say? I'll be honest, yeah, I miss you every minute, every day. And every time we touch, I only think of every little rush, the heart you gave up, any bit of love. I wanna say that you can have it all. I wanna give you something real tonight, 'cause I keep going back when you were here. And I'm lost without your love. So if I spend one more night without your heart next to mine, I know that I won't survive. Can we go back to the time when you were here? Oh, 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 oh. Back to the time. Where am I supposed to go? I've been waiting here forever just in case you're coming home. 'Cause how could I walk away when I just can't forget your voice and I just can't escape your name? 'Cause every time we touch, I only think of every little rush, the heart you gave up, any bit of love. I wanna say that you can have it all. I wanna give you something real tonight, 'cause I keep going back when you were here. And I'm lost without your love. So if I spend one more night without your heart next to mine, I know that I won't survive. Can we go back to the time when you were here? Oh, 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 oh. The time when you were here. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, oh. 'Cause every time we touch, I only think of every little rush, the heart you gave up, any bit of love. I wanna say that you can have it all. I wanna give you something real tonight, 'cause I keep going back when you were here. And I'm lost without your love. So if I spend one more night without your heart next to mine, I know that I won't survive. Can we go back to the time when you were here? Oh, 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 oh. Back to the time when you were here. Thank you. Thanks.
And that was You Were Here by Andrew Muise. earlier in the program, you were discussing how this is new solo material that you've been writing and composing. Is it safe to assume that you're working on a CD of some kind? Is this the eventual goal with these tunes, or an EP, or what are you planning? Have you planned that far ahead yet?
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess that's sort of in the works and in the process of being thought through. I guess is if I want to put out a whole LP, a full album, or if I want to do a longer EP, or maybe just singles, because that seems to be something to do to get on radio, is just throw singles out there. So that might be that's more sort of what I'm leaning towards now, is just doing singles, at least a couple of them, and if people like them, then I'll hopefully put a bunch of things together. But yeah, it'd be nice to put out singles and be able to collaborate with people, and then be able to perform and have everyone hear the songs live.
Yes,
all of them. And then if they get a good reaction, I'll put them all together on a record.
So, Andrew, why don't you tell us then a little bit about the process of writing? So you said that you're not necessarily looking to do a CD at this point, but you've obviously been writing material, and you've got a lot of songs that you've been playing for us tonight. Tell me a little bit about that process. Is it stuff that you've had for a while, or is this all stuff that you're writing sort of spontaneously all together at the same time?
No, I guess it's a process that I've sort of been working on since like that last one that I played, and the second one that I played tonight, Live Forever. They were demos that my friends had done and passed on to me as sort of a Kickstarter in my direction. So they sort of guided me to my lane of music and songwriting. So I've been keeping the elements of performance and songwriting that I would, and the ideas for records that I got from those demos, and the rest of it has sort of just been a process that I've been trying out since the beginning of 2016, I guess. So this next one here that I'm gonna play is the first one that I wrote this year. I just wrote it last week, I think. So yeah, I'm still constantly working on things and trying to get other people to hear them. And always trying to grow. And like I said before, like songwriting is about trying to make the next one better than the last one. And then, once I'm happy with what I've got, then it might come to an album, it might come to an EP, but who really knows? So, yeah.
And you had mentioned that there are other people too. You've mentioned other people that you said that you were going to go. I think it was for Will Be All Right. You said that you were going to go into the studio soon and do a recording of that one. So you are are you collaborating with other people to get these songs together? And if how does that collaboration work with these people?
Well, with Gordon Huckster and John Pike, the fellow who wrote the last one as well. Those just sort of come from meeting them and having mutual interest in music. And then there's other people that I've sort of sought out through, Halifax being a relatively small city, especially in terms of pop music. There's not a whole lot, or there hasn't been a whole lot, I guess I should say. Groups like, Neon Dreams and Ramey, Classified, they're really putting Halifax on the map for pop music and electronic music as well. So obviously I like reaching out to those guys. On Monday, I was in the studio with Corey LaRue, who does all the producing for Neon Dreams, working on a track that I'll play later on, I guess, maybe the last one. And another DJ producer, artist name goes by Famba. He DJs around Halifax all the time. He's a great producer. So, it's really about networking and seeing who I can meet. Sometimes it's I meet them downtown or I meet them through a mutual friend. Or I just find their stuff, on Facebook or on Instagram or something like that. And I reach out to them and say, hey, like, I'd love to collaborate. Like, look at the rest of my page. Tell me what you think. And if they're interested, then I'll get a reply. So yeah, the goal is to get more music out, I guess, or get music out in general first. So that I sort of have that bait that I can, have, hopefully people will have heard. And then it makes it easier when I ask them, they can tell me if they, are interested or not.
Yeah, and it seems to be sort of the the time-tested, time-honored system with music business is that it's very rare that people just all of a sudden become famous overnight. It takes a long time, and a lot of pounding the pavement, and a lot of hard work, sweat equity to get your music out there and get it heard by a wider audience, for sure.
Yeah, even overnight successes, like they take 10 years to make.
They were doing something before that one fateful night, right? Why don't we get you to play another one of your original tunes for us, Andrew, and I'll let you set it up for us, please.
Yeah. So this one is called This Love Will Go. And for the new year, I set sort of a resolution that I wanted honesty in my year, and I wanted it in who I am as a person and in my relationships with people, and also in my songwriting. I'm taking a big leap into songwriting. So this one is probably one of my more honest songs in terms of maybe what I've been through or been going through, I guess. So so this one's called This Love Will Go. Baby, I need this to feel. Please leave me lifeless so I know it's real. If it doesn't break me, I can't give it a name, nothing to call it, 'cause nothing's the same. Calling me crazy, craving the worst. Pick me up at 7, you'll push to start hers. Tell me there's others, tell me my worth. Make me feel loved to make me feel worse. I'm telling you now, when it rains it pours. As much as we try, I'll never be yours. I'm telling you now, I already know that this love will come and this love will go. This love will go. I am neurotic, I'm insecure. Your venom is real, that much I'm sure. You're shaking me deep, every bone. You're playing for keep, to leave me alone. So calling me crazy, craving the worst. Pick me up at 7, you'll push to start hers. Tell me there's others, tell me my worth. Make me feel loved to make me feel worse. I'm telling you now, when it rains it pours. As much as we try, I'll never be yours. I'm telling you now, I already know that this love will come, that this love will go. This love will go. So bring it to me, 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 so bring it to me. This love will come, this love will come, this love will come. I'm telling you now, when it rains it pours. As much as we try, I'll never be yours. I'm telling you now, you already know that this love will come and this love will go. This love will go. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so that song was called This Love Will Go. Andrew, we're getting near the end of the show, and I'm going to get you to play one more tune before we finish up. But before that, just in case people want to hear more of your music or are looking to find out a little bit more about you, where can they go? Do you have music out that they can access? Where should they go to find that stuff?
I've got some Christmas songs on YouTube if you're feeling festive that I put out just before Christmas. But no, as of right now, I'm pretty active on Facebook. You can find me at Andrew Muise Music, Muise. That's my last name. So yeah, I try to post a lot and try to be pretty interactive on Facebook. I also have an Instagram account. It's at Andrew Muise Music, the exact same. I'm pretty active on there as well. Try to post little clips of things that I'm working on and trying to keep that very up to date as well. So yeah, Facebook or Instagram are the best places to follow me, I guess.
And do you have any immediate shows coming up or gigs like that? Anything that's sort of on the radar that people might want to know about if you're going to be out and playing at them?
I've got a fundraiser at Mount St. Vincent University that I'm doing on the 27th for jack.org. It's a mental health awareness thing. Not sure if that's exactly for the public, but I'm also playing February 17th. I'll be doing a similar acoustic set, I guess, maybe a little bit longer at the Jumping Bean Cafe in Bedford, in Halifax.
So you are keeping busy, and you are out there even through the winter. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, trying to.
So we're going to get you to play us your last song for the evening. Why don't you introduce us, tell us a little bit about it, and let us have a listen.
Yeah, so this song here is called Fix Me. And this is the one that I guess I've taken the furthest in terms of recording, being in the studio in Halifax on Monday, actually, with Corey LaRue. And this song might end up being a collaboration with a producer DJ called Famba. So that collaboration came about pretty organically as well. My roommate's friends with Famba, and he put us together, and I sent him the vocal track for this, and he liked it, so we put something behind it, and we got in the studio and tried to have a lot of fun with it. So hopefully this also might be one of the first ones that people get to hear out there. So yeah, so this one is called Fix Me. Shivers in my heart, my head, my soul. I'm shaking when you say I've lost control. Can everybody see it? Can everybody see it? I'm not one to take anything slow, especially when I don't want you to go. Why can't you see it? Can anybody see it? I don't know if I'll be okay, just not today. Maybe I need someone with me. Could it be you? I never know what to say. I want you to stay. Maybe I need you to fix me. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. I'll give you my heart, my head, my soul. With you I lose all my self-control. I'm trying to make you see it. Can you finally see it? I've got so many questions about how you do this to me. You'd think I'd learn my lesson not to repeat history. When I fall, it takes me more than just a little time to pick up the pieces and give me some peace of mind. I don't know if I'll be okay, just not today. Maybe I need you to fix me, and I never know what to say. I want you to stay. Maybe I need you to fix me. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. They my head down, try to get some sleep tonight. I'll see you around, won't do any good, cause I'm breaking down, trying to keep the peace inside. And my life, I don't know if I'll be okay, just not today. Maybe I need someone with me. Could it be you? I never know what to say. I want you to stay. Maybe I need you to fix me. So fix me, yeah. Oh, fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. So fix me, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
And that was Fix Me by Andrew Muise. Andrew, I'd like to extend a huge thank you to you for coming out tonight and playing for us. Let's give him another round of applause, shall we?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, and thanks for coming out, and thanks for listening at home, whether on YouTube or on the radio.
And I'd like to also thank everyone in the studio audience tonight for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause, too, for giving good rounds of applause throughout the show. I am your host, Stefan Ramey, and this has been the Conquerall Mills Music Show. Thanks to all of our listeners for tuning in to the Conquerall Mills Music Show this evening. If you would like to hear previous episodes, head over to the Conquerall Music YouTube page or visit my website at www.conquerallmusicstore.ca. The Conquerall Mills Music Show is produced, mixed, and hosted by Stefan Ramey. Our recording engineer tonight was Adam Fancy. Tune in next week where I will be talking with Maxwell Cranford, and stay on Cove FM for Time Machine with Bob McDonald at 9 o'clock. You are listening to the Conquerall Mills Music Show on 88.7 CKVE Cove FM and online at covefm.com. Have a great evening.